I totally redid this space. So that now there's plenty of room for Dylan. He can come in here, and you know where he is? He's on my bed. Anyhow. Anyway. Let me, I got it. There it is. Oh, shit. If the cards aren't in here. Hold on. I took everything out. The cards aren't in here. Hang on. Where are the cards? And my water. I took everything out of this closet. Everything. And now Dylan is on the bed. Oh, well, that's okay. Maybe he'll come in here later. I feel like this place is a little bit better organized, although can't see the lights. That's all right. It's okay for right now. All right, the first person we have here is T. Yvette for love. See, I don't like this. I don't know why it doesn't want to close. I'll sit in front of it. I don't know why, like, that really bothers me. Stupid shit like that bothers me. And this, you can't see it. I'll have to fix it later. We're not going to worry about it right now. Okay, T. Yvette, love. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. Be careful with that card if you don't want kids right now. Looks like you have growth and transformation coming to your love life, but you may be undecided as to which route you want to take. Perseverance around love pays off. You got an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Could be an Aquarius. You also have a Pisces. Feeling like I can finally breathe a sigh of relief because I'm moving forward to greener pastures. It also looks like you have a wish, put it out into the universe. And disappointment around love is moving into the past. So that's positive. Hannah, love. Stability comes in around the love cup being full. Listen to your intuition. You have a fire sign showing up if you're not with anyone right now. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, that you should meet through divine timing. It also looks like you have a wish, put it out to the universe. There could be long-term potential around the next relationship that you enter or the relationship that you're in right now if you're in one. It also should be a very balanced relationship where both people are putting in the same amount of effort and getting the same amount out of it. It looks like you have some good luck coming in too. Look, I feel like I'm just a floating head. And I hate this shirt, but I'll stop complaining. Let me stop complaining. Sepia, career. Well, you do have money coming in, and you have the Eight of Pentacles, which could be on-the-job training or going back to school, learning a new area of study. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain and you're moving on to greener pastures with the world at your feet. If you have not heard back from any of those jobs yet, you should be hearing soon. You've got divine guidance, and you have a message coming in out of the blue. I do think that you're going to have a choice at some point about which road you want to take. You may have two offers that come in around your career. Choices. But there's also a side business. That could be a totally different thing. Side business that you're working on that brings in extra money. That could take off at some point. Tanya, will I see K today? Will I see K today? Yeah, you could. You could. If you go to school together or you work together, or like this is like around school or work. That's what I would say. That's where you could see him. Or you could run into him. Or he may ask you to meet him there or something. Eight of Pentacles is usually school. Anyhow, either way, I do think that you could see him today. Diana, Che the Virgo's current energy towards me. The energy is pretty good. A romantic connection, feeling less weighed down by the weight of the world, and the love cup is full. Energy around that's good today. April, is the apartment ad in NV that answered my email legit? Is the apartment ad in NV that answered my email legit? I don't think it is. I'm not convinced. You know, I just get very skeptical too, just from personal experience. Years ago, my mom rented a townhouse and she didn't go through a realtor. She saw it in the paper. And I may have told this story before, but long story short, the owner wasn't paying the mortgage. That's the long story short. There was a lot of crazy drama that went around. So the bank actually foreclosed on that while we were living there. And thank God we were able to find a place really quick right around the corner. So I feel like even though it's more expensive to go through a realtor, at least you'll know that the property is legitimate, and then that can't happen to you. I don't know. I'm just always skeptical. Cards suggest it's not legitimate. I hope it wasn't like a Craigslist thing, because I don't trust that at all. Craigslist I don't trust at all, but I don't know. I just think it's worth it. This way you know that the property is legit and that there aren't any liens or any kind of crazy nonsense happening. Oh shit, that reminds me. I have to pay my common charges. I forgot to do that. I'll do it this afternoon. Mustafa, general for the rest of this week around school. Thank you, Brittany, but I'm not. I'm stuck at 165 pounds. Nothing is working. Nothing is working. My clothes don't fit. I'm still wearing maternity clothes a year later. And sports bras, because I can't get my bras on. Forget it. Forget about what it looks like. It's terrible. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I'm on keto now for a week, and I'm not producing any ketones in my urine. I feel like I'm going to weigh 165 pounds for the rest of my life. But thank you. Okay, it looks like the week goes by pretty quickly. You seem to be able to accomplish a lot. It looks like you're feeling like you're moving forward to greener pastures, and you may have to make a decision about something. It looks like it's not that big of a deal. Anxiety moves into the past, and you're no longer feeling like you're waiting for your ship to come in. You seem to accomplish a lot this week. I feel like this is like too close to me. Like I'm right, my face is right in the thing. All right, I have to work it out later. Let me just stop. Yeah, I was sure this morning when I got on the scale. I'm like, I have to have lost a couple of pounds. 165. And now the other day I was 162. But that's probably just water, up and down water. Who the hell knows? I'm at a loss. And I've had students come to me and be frustrated with their weight. And I mean, I can understand everybody's frustration around weight loss, but I really, with myself, don't know what else to do. I mean, like I said, all summer, I was walking like 6 miles a day. I didn't lose any weight. But when I stopped walking, I didn't gain any weight. You know, it's like I'm not going to walk 6 miles a day for no good reason. Especially with the carriage. Pushing that carriage. The carriage is heavy shit. Anyhow. And I had to walk this morning because I had to drop my car off. And I'm going to have to go back and get it later. That's not a very long walk, though. I don't think it's even a mile. Maybe it's just a mile. It's not really long. But anyway, I'll shut up now. Leo, any good news coming towards me soon? Any good news coming towards me soon? Yes, starting a new journey is on the horizon. No longer holding yourself back. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility. Careful with that card if you don't want children. It looks like you could be starting a new creative project. You may have choices around business or work. And there's another fire sign coming in around you that could be of significance, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Mustafa, how did my parents feel yesterday when I told them that I don't like hanging out with them too much? Or visiting their home because it brings back flashbacks. That's terrible. That's terrible. But I can understand where you're coming from as far as, you know, childhood memories. Traumatic childhood memories. I think we all have them. But when you tell your parents that, parents usually don't. First of all, no matter how bad things were when you were a kid, most of the time parents don't realize it. And I think maybe not so much now, but I think that way back when, people assumed that kids didn't know any better. You know, like, I would go as far as to say, even as an infant, I didn't want to talk about things in front of Avery because I think that they can understand. Do you know what I mean? But on the opposite side of that, I don't think that you can shield children from everything. So, how did my parents feel? See, one of your parents may be a little bit more in denial about your childhood than the other. One may kind of understand where you're coming from, and the other one may feel like you're being overly dramatic. You're not being overly dramatic. It was your experience. It doesn't make them happy. And they weren't ready for you to say it. Unprepared. They felt unprepared. One of your parents, I don't know who it is, sees your point of view a little bit more than the other. Childhood shit it's real, and you know what? It carries with you forever. But the parents, it's hard. Like, parents don't get it. Like, they're usually in denial. I do think, though, that one parent may approach you at some point and want to talk about things. I don't know. I lived through that kind of trauma too, so. And, you know, I think it kind of, like, I think a lot of the choices and the way that I act today is based on the guilt that I felt back then, which children shouldn't feel guilty. Sorry. Kids shouldn't feel guilty. But I did. I always felt guilty. I always felt like I was doing something wrong. Anyway. I can't believe that you said that to your parents, though. Good for you. Jay, love update on who's showing up around me today. Well, you got a Capricorn. You have another earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You have a water sign that could be a Pisces. I'm not on the fence of whether it's a Pisces. Pisces or a Cancer, I would say. And it looks like you're holding yourself back. The love cup is full. Yeah. So, yeah, I would do the realtor thing just for your own safety. You know, so you pay a little bit more, but you know that it's legit. Because that's a terrible feeling. You got 10 days to be out. Where am I supposed to go in 10 days? Thanks. I mean, what kind of crap is that? 888. General messages. You got choices coming in. You have a wish. You have choices coming in around a wish that comes true. It also looks like you may be starting a new project of some type, a new creative project of some type. A Libra comes in and the world is at your feet. You may be leaving the past in the past and moving forward, and you're stepping into your own strength, cutting through bullshit, laying down the law. Life moves forward. You may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study or something like that. Yeah, I weigh myself when I first wake up. And I try to do it around the same time, but nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Nothing is changing. Yeah, I can't do fruit and veggies and be on keto. You know what I mean? You can't have fruit. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm getting older. My hormones are shifting. But nothing. Weight Watchers didn't work. Shakes didn't work. Nothing is working. And I'm fucking active. So, anyway, I'm going to stay on keto for 2 weeks. My brother said that he thinks in 2 weeks, if in 2 weeks I haven't gone into ketosis, then I'm not going to, because it's really expensive to stay on it. Maybe I just have to accept that I'm going to be heavy from now on. UAF, how does SC from work perceive and feel towards me? How does SC? She thinks that you're very capable. She thinks that you're very intelligent, always bettering yourself, hardworking. She may kind of feel a little bit competitive with you or a little bit jealous of you, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. She kind of either looks up to you or admires something, like your resilience. Like it could be your strength. That kind of makes her feel a little bit burdened. I mean, I don't think that she's going to be like vengeful against you, but I do think that she's kind of maybe a little bit envious because you seem to have a really great work ethic and you put yourself first. You have a healthy self-esteem. I don't think she has all that. Anyway. She or he. I don't know. Maybe it's a he. It doesn't matter. Whoever it is. Sherian. General finances. Growth and transformation comes in around your finances. The hard work that you've put into either your job, your career, or your financial health is coming back to pay off. You've got success coming in. You have money coming in, 9 of Pentacles. You also have a wish, not a wish, the ability to manifest new opportunities to make money that make you feel like you can make it to the top of the mountain and finally you can exhale. That's a great feeling. So hopefully you feel like that. Like I can do this. I can bring more money in. UAF spirit messages. Six of Water, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. The 10 of Water, a contented and rewarded family life, your emotional and material needs are met, trustworthy relationships. The Queen of Air, independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. Objective decision making, clearing all the all a way that no longer serves you, and seeing the humor in a situation. Maybe I need to see the humor in my weight. Ronnie, general with the Sag. He's coming in here and he's going to want things to grow and transform. He may be coming in pretty strong too and very romantic. Listen to your intuition around him. Things could change for the better and things could move forward quickly, but you may end up deciding to walk away from him at some point anyway. Mustafa, yeah, I love my parents. It's not them that's the problem. It's the things that I went through when I was a child living with them. And anytime I go home, I get bad memories. Trust me, I get it. I get it. Like, I didn't mean to like laugh at the question. I was just laughing. I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at like my parents feel about me not wanting to see them because I've been there. Not so much that I didn't want to see my parents, but like I think as I got older, right? I got to a point where I was like, I accepted my parents for who they were and not for like who I thought that they were, like that. So, and I think that I've done that with a lot of people in my life where I have a better relationship with these people now that I know that they're not all right, for example, trauma to me, like the house I grew up in is like around the corner from here. It's really not far, but I avoid it at all costs. I will not jog past it. I don't want to go down that way. I don't know. It just brings back bad memories. It brings back a bad time in my life. Like having to move out of that house, I felt it to be very tragic. I felt it to be, I don't know, it was just sucked. So I always avoid that. But I try, even though like I really do avoid going over that way. Which is like, why? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, um, I think that I got to a point where I was like, you know what? That's what happened. It's in the past. You can't, like, and when those feelings come up, because it's not just your parents, right? So it's like the way that you felt at the time, like with me and the guilt. Like my brother was born when I was 3. So in my head, like my parents, my mother really, you have to be quiet. You're going to wake up the baby. You have to be quiet. You're going to wake up the baby. You have to be quiet. This is all I heard. I was 3 fucking years old. So my brother was colicky, and when he was up crying, I assumed it was my fault that I was loud. I woke up the baby. So I always had that kind of guilt, right? So that's how that started. But now guilt comes up for me in situations where it's not my fault. Like I didn't do it. It's not my fault. But yet I tried to be the peacemaker. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, no, this is not my problem. But it's that issue that comes up in other areas of your life. So not being with your parents or not going there is one thing, but how do you keep it from entering other areas of your life, or that where you react the same way that you would when you were a kid, in whatever the trauma was, or whatever, emotionally. Because I don't know, I just don't think that parents really get it. Like kids are really smart and they know way too much. Anyhow. And yeah, and you get like a pit in your stomach. I know, because a few years back, my dad was up here and he wanted to go visit one of the neighbors. And of course I couldn't tell him no. I don't want to go down that street because I can't say no to anyone. So I'm like, you're just going to have to grow up and go down that street. And we went, and I wasn't happy. But I went. When I was at the house, we sat outside, I was okay. But whenever he says it, I'm okay. Oh, let's go see so-and-so. I'm like, I get a knot in my stomach because I don't want to go there. So I totally get what you're saying. And I think that it's even worse that you can carry these things with you through life. UAF, she coached you, and yeah, and now I think that she's a little, I think she feels like, um, she taught you and now you're better than she is. But that's like a stupid ego thing, you know? Like it's like that with fucking yoga teachers all the time. Like, meanwhile, it's like everybody is different, so you can't compete. Like, I can teach the same exact class as somebody else, and it's a different class, and it'll attract different people. In fact, I've subbed for teachers at my studio that I work at, where the class that shows up, I don't know any of the people. And I'm like, I've been working here for 10 years. How do I not know any of these people? Because those people only go to that person's class. That's how it is. But it becomes the battle of the egos. That's her problem, not yours. She doesn't wish you harm or anything like that. She's not going to try to be malicious, but she is, but I think she feels that you're better than she is. Or you're going to go further than she will, something like that. You know what, Brittany, I am going back to the fasting. I was fasting. I was doing 1 meal a day. I still wasn't losing any weight, but I'm going to go back to that. Thanks. I'm going to try that. And I'm going to do it with the high-fat foods. Because I feel like, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. But I'm going to the doctor next week, so I'll mention it to the doctor. Maybe they'll send me for some kind of a thyroid test or something. Well, the fast that I usually try to do first meal between like at 1, and then the last meal like before, like finish eating by 7. But then I changed it and I was doing 1 meal a day. But then I kind of got off that because they said that like what I read about first starting keto, they say don't get into the intermittent fasting until you've turned over to fat, to burning fat. So I'm not burning fat yet. But I can't imagine where the carbohydrates are coming from because I'm not eating any. I mean, just whatever's in the vegetables, which really isn't anything. I don't know. I'll try the intermittent fasting thing again, and I'm also going to mention it to the doctor. When am I supposed to go? Monday. Hopefully, the car's fixed. Virgo, good things coming towards me. Yes, you got happiness coming out. Life is starting to move forward pretty quickly. And it looks like you have balance coming back to your life. Stepping into your own personal strength, putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, rest, relaxation, rejuvenates your batteries. It looks like you feel like you made it to the top of the mountain. You're also moving forward, it could be now with the new moon, the ability to manifest new opportunities. So put out into the universe exactly what you want more of. It looks like you're stepping into a time where you have some natural good luck happening. Fire sign comes in that may be of significance. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and you could be hearing from somebody from the past. Mustafa, did my Aunt Z really tell my mom that she wants me to come visit them this summer when I graduate? And if so, I'm surprised because my Aunt Z hasn't spoken to me in a long time after a misunderstanding. Okay, let's see. Yes, I think she really did. Yeah. Yep. That's not the... No, that's R, right? It's a different aunt. Yeah, no, I think she really did say that. She may have forgotten about the misunderstanding. UAF, so unsolicited tip. I plateaued hard at the beginning of COVID and did the egg diet for a week, and it got me rebooted. I don't like eggs. But I don't know what the egg diet is. Let me look it up, because if I have to choke down hard-boiled eggs for a little while, I may be able to get them in. But I can't do scrambled or anything like that. Or if it's going to go down anyway, it's going to go down hard-boiled. All right, we'll see. And that's so funny, because my brother, the only way he won't eat eggs are hard-boiled. Oh, I just, I've been a vegetarian for too long. But you know what? If I had to do it for a week, I could do it for a week. As long as it's not only eggs. I know people love eggs. My dad, when I was there, every morning he makes a frittata, and I'm like, and he gets so mad if you call it an omelet. I guess the difference is that you put it in the oven and it makes it like fluffy, and he puts all kinds of stuff in there: bacon, salami, peppers, onions, potatoes. He makes a whole big thing, and I wouldn't eat it. Anyhow, Jay, how is Amy feeling about me today? Somebody had suggested too that it could be like an emotional thing, like that I'm holding on to weight. I don't know, maybe. She's feeling that you're successful, attractive, intelligent, hardworking, creative, sensible. I don't know if have you seen her today? Because if you see her today, you may notice that she tries to pay you more attention, or she may try to put herself in your way or something. She looks like she's a little bit more outgoing today. Mustafa, if I focus hard on this week, will I be able to catch up on all the schoolwork that I need to get done and be prepared for my economics midterm on Wednesday? Yes, I think you will. Yes. You will. You always come up with that as that kind of a personality. Like, you may put things off, but once you make the decision to get things done, like, you focus and you get it done. I think that's what's going to happen again. Mustafa, all my professors collectively and currently think and feel about me, my performance in their class. Okay. They all think highly of you. Now, if you've had the same professor and you had them more than once, they would definitely have seen that you've grown and matured over the last year or so. It looks like they think that you're stable, hardworking, you have a lot of potential, and that your life is moving forward towards stable business relationships. They think that you're going to be very successful. I mean, you are going to be successful, but it comes up too that you've matured and grown a lot in the last year or so. Kayla, general between AW and I. All right, I don't know where you guys are in this situation. I don't see a lot of love here, but it does look like somebody is no longer holding themselves back, and communication could be coming in. It also looks like, listen to your intuition. You have a wish around the situation, and balance comes back to your life. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of love here. So I don't know if this is a romantic thing, or if you're hoping it's going to turn romantic. I'm not seeing romance coming up just yet. It does look like the relationship itself could move forward, but it doesn't look like it's moving forward romantically. Not at this point. Doesn't mean that can't change. Ronnie, general around spiritual. Well, things are growing and changing around you spiritually. Around the time of the new moon, I don't know when is it tonight? I don't even know when it is. I think it may be tonight. You may have an unusual experience with either a spirit or a premonition or something of that nature. It doesn't look like it's bad. It actually looks like it's good. It looks like it may bring relief to you, whatever this, it could be a premonition. It does look like you're growing, changing, and transforming. And you're also, I think, going to be able to control the voices a little bit so that you could sleep better at night. That may be coming by the end of the month. Let me just check these planets. I think the new moon is tonight. Current planets. Ah, come on. Current planet positions. Stupid ass phone. Listen to him snoring. Oh, the new moon. Yeah, it already happened. We've got the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, all in Aquarius. That is crazy Aquarian energy right now. Crazy. Holy damn. Times are changing. Definitely, with all that Aquarian energy, I'm going to say that you probably have a premonition relatively soon. That's probably what it's going to be. Mustafa, I love how you're a Pisces like me. You can, yeah, I definitely get it. Pisces is my favorite sign. I'm happy with Pisces. Even if I have a choice which zodiac to be born out, I would still choose Pisces. I don't know who I would choose. I think I might choose Leo because I feel like they have a lot of confidence. Oh, thank you, Julia. Sagittarius seems to be kind of carefree. They're outgoing. They seem to like not care about, they just kind of float along. I don't know. I feel like Pisces comes with a lot of emotional stuff. Ashley, how will my Valentine's Day go? Will I be going out? It looks like it's an okay day, but I don't know that you're going to be going out. I'm only getting a 33% chance at this point that you're going to go out. You may just stay at home and have a peaceful, fun day at home. It doesn't look like it's a bad day. It just doesn't look like you're going out. Ashley, what's coming towards me within the next 2 weeks? Dylan, have a snooze. Okay, in the next 2 weeks, you may be deciding to walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you. You may be laying down the law, cutting through bullshit with anyone that's trying to pull the fast one or anyone that's trying to be slick. You got some money coming in the next 2 weeks, which makes you feel a little bit less burdened by the weight of the world. Could have a Sagittarius coming in that may be of significance. It also looks like Five Pentacles is in reverse. The money that comes in, you may use it to pay off a bill or a debt. Makes you feel relief. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. Finally, you can exhale. You're leaving disappointment in the past. Disappointments move into the past. UAF, why do they allow EM to get away with stuff? And how do they perceive me? I can never understand why some people get away with things and other people, like that shit just drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Like you have no idea. Well, she knows how to play people. So she gets away with what she gets away with because she's manipulates. And she knows how to play people. She knows how to kiss ass when she needs to. I have no patience for that shit. They see you as somebody who is grounded, stable, hardworking, down to earth, and you don't need to manipulate people to get what you want because your own accolades could get you what you need. This one manipulates people. I, I can't, I can't, oh, it drives me nuts. Your life is going to move forward legitimately. She's not going to go anywhere. She's kind of going to stay where she is. She feels unprepared. She also feels like she put in a whole lot of hard work and never saw a payoff, but she didn't really put in hard work. She plays victim. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I totally get what you're saying, because we have such stupid shit that would happen. Like, stupid shit at yoga. Like, just stupid shit. Like, the policy was, after you taught your class, before you left, like, you cleaned up the studio, right? Emptied the garbages, you rolled up the mats, or you sprayed down the mats, hung them up, rolled up the old mats that were already clean. Stupid stuff that took like 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the tops. And some teachers just wouldn't do it. They would teach their class and they would leave. And nothing ever happened. Nobody ever cared. Like, I'll just come in and clean up your shit. Like, well, I don't understand that. I went in one morning at 6 a.m. The place looked like it had been robbed. The lights were on. There were towels all over the place. There were wet clothes on the desk. I'm not like this. I took pictures and I sent it to the assistant manager, because I was like, you know what? If my students that are coming in at 6 o'clock in the morning are cleaning up this crap, it's unacceptable. But what happened? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nobody cares. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. You have no idea how much it drives me nuts. I knew that when I saw the place, I knew who subbed. I knew that somebody subbed the night before, because I knew who normally taught. The place never looked like that. I'm like, I know who it must be. And sure enough, what happened? Nothing. Shit pisses me off. Mustafa. I don't see it yet, so let me do CJ. General for the rest of the week. You got success coming in before the end of the week in school or work, whatever it is that you do all day. You should be acknowledged for your hard work. Stepping into your own personal strength, there may be an offer made to you that would be hard to turn down. It looks like you've got being guided by the divine. An Aries comes in, a Cancer comes in. That could be of significance. No longer feeling like you're stuck in the mud, but feeling like things are moving forward. 3 of Wands in reverse, no longer waiting for your ship to come in. Not a bad week. UAF. So it's eggs. Any way you can eat them. Oats, apples. But honestly, I would have gone nuts. So the egg salad. Oh, I can't eat mayonnaise. Tomatoes. I could maybe get down hard-boiled eggs if there were like vegetables or something else. But I can't do mayonnaise. Rocky's World. I sent payment for 2 questions. All right, I don't see the questions yet, so let me do Mustafa. Why did my Aunt Z invite me over her house? We had a huge misunderstanding, and I asked you how her husband M feels about me. You said that he's undecided and negative. Okay. Does this mean one of your predictions came true, because you said the judgment card would eventually reach out to me? Well, she does feel like she's going to let the disappointment or the aggravation move into the past. She feels like you're her nephew. The negativity is moving away. She doesn't want it to go on like this forever. She wants to get past it. She wants to start a new journey, and she's going to show you a little bit more respect. I mean, people have misunderstandings all the time. You know, it shouldn't destroy your relationship. And her husband, you know, too bad for him. Usually, though, men are easier to let things go, so he'll probably let things go if she does. Jay, how's Amy feel about not seeing me as much? she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it at all. But it comes up a little bit undecided. But she really leans towards not liking it because she's having like a whole like relationship kind of in her head. And when you're there, like it kind of gives her something to look forward to. When she doesn't see you or she's not around, in some respects she feels like, okay, well, maybe, you know, it'll go away, but it's not going away. It's like she's like living it in her head. I don't know if that makes any sense, but she doesn't like not seeing you. She likes seeing you because that kind of feeds the fantasy. And it doesn't have to be a fantasy, but for her it is, because she doesn't, you know, she plays games and she's not really confident, and you know how she is. But for her, it's like she's living a whole relationship in her head. She overthinks things, she rethinks things, and it's like she kind of feeds off of it. New me. When will me and Samuel meet in person? Pretty soon. Maybe within the next 4 to 5 weeks. The hearts would be sometime early spring, 4 to 5 weeks from now. Yeah. Yeah, I would say early, yeah. In 4 to 5 weeks. Just about early springtime. Rocky. What are Roberto's current thoughts and feelings for me, and what plans does Roberto have for Valentine's Day? Should I ask him out that day? I would let the Valentine's Day thing go. That's just my personal thing. People put a whole lot of stock in Valentine's Day or Christmas and that kind of nonsense, and then it puts a lot of pressure on the situation. So I wouldn't ask anybody out on Valentine's Day, just because I feel like immediately there's a lot of stress around Valentine's Day to begin with. But now when you're putting somebody in the position of going out on Valentine's Day, it adds to that stress. So I would let Valentine's Day go. I mean, if you're really, really hell-bent on doing it, then that's your choice, that's your decision, but I wouldn't suggest it. Because immediately he's going to think relationship, and I don't think that he's there yet. I think that he's interested. I think that things could move forward, but the Fool here is in reverse, which means there may be an issue around the situation that needs to be dealt with before you can move forward with him. I don't know where you guys are right now in your relationship, but it looks like the Chariot's in reverse. So you may kind of hit a standstill, and there may be mild anxiety around the situation. I do think he's interested. I do think things can move forward. I don't think the timing is right now. And I wouldn't, I wouldn't do the Valentine's Day thing. I don't think the timing is right. Regardless, I would say the timing isn't good right now. I would work on cultivating a relationship first with him and let things unfold naturally without putting the pressure of Valentine's Day on it. Vet. Love reading. Well, you do have a committed relationship here. If you're not with this person right now, it's a soulmate connection that comes in. Got a wish, put it out into the universe. It could be with an Aries. Listen to your intuition. You got passion coming in, love coming in, and long-term potential around this person. So if you are with somebody right now, I would say your current relationship looks good. Things are moving forward with long-term potential. April, the rest of the week into the weekend. You should be feeling good between now and the end of the weekend. You may be working on a creative project with the Page of Cups. It also looks like you may be putting the past in the past and seeing it for exactly what it was and moving forward, or moving away from that. You've got the Two of Cups here. You could be spending time with someone. There could be a commitment on the horizon. Maybe not this week. It might not happen, but it could be coming down the road, and this person could be showing up around you before the end of the week. It looks like the rest of the week is lighthearted, carefree. You're leaving the past in the past. God, you're moving forward. That's good. That's good. Intuition is heightened. And you may be thinking about learning a new area of study. That just may be something that comes up. Got an Aries here. Aries could show up. If not, this could be a father figure. It could be a boss that you're talking to or spending time with. Whatever it is, it looks like between now and the end of the weekend, it's pretty decent. Mustafa. Head of my Aunt Z's husband, M, and her kids think and feel about her inviting me to come and spend summer break with them. I'm sure this was a family decision, not her alone. She doesn't call all the shots. You know what? I would think that they made the decision to put the hurt and the bullshit in the past and push forward, and they're all looking for things to change for the better quickly. That's what I think is going on. I think they made a collective decision to put the past in the past and move forward. And I think that's for the best. Taisha, I have a love reading. You are feeling prepared. Stepping into your own strength. Stepping into your own power pushes your life forward. If you're in a relationship now, the relationship will be very well balanced and you're going to get out of it exactly what you put into it. If you're not with anyone right now, that's the type of relationship that's coming in. Now you got a couple of people here. You got a new romantic interest that comes in. You got a Capricorn, a Cancer, a Leo. But there's love offerings coming in, no doubt. Cause for celebration comes in, and you're calling the shots. There also could be somebody from your past returning with the Six of Cups. Jay, reading for March. Reading for March. Reading for March. Got a wish in March. And you could be made an offer that would be hard to turn down. You could end up going back to school, learning a new area of study. That also could be on-the-job training with the Eight of Pentacles. Financial security is coming in. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan, and stepping into some good luck in the month of February. It also looks like in March, it looks like you've got a wish, put it out into the universe. You could have a Virgo show up. You could have a Pisces show up, a Capricorn, and a Leo in the month of March. March is a long month, but you could have a lot happening. Mustafa, how did my Aunt Z and her family think and feel while I was visiting my summer break? I read their minds very accurately at random times and often joked about jinn spirits and magic. You would scare the hell out of them. They may be a little bit disappointed. They may not know what to make of it. They may be undecided. They may feel like they have a long road ahead of them, or they just don't know who you are anymore. It's going to freak them out. I don't know if that's something that goes against their religious beliefs, but they're not going to be thrilled. I don't think that they would like that, especially the jinn spirits and magic part. MM, the relationship between me and Rashad. What does it have? Okay, what's going on here? Well, you got the Empress, which is love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful if you don't want children. I don't know if this is a romantic relationship. I'm not seeing any love here right now, but that's okay. That just maybe hasn't come yet. It does look like your relationship with this person can be successful. Your perseverance will pay off. It looks like you'll get out of it what you put into it. The relationship can move forward pretty quickly, and happiness comes in around it. I'm not seeing any love here at all, but that doesn't matter. You know, if this is just somebody who is like a friend, it could develop at some point. It does look like they have a lot of respect for you and they treat you really well. So regardless of what kind of a relationship it is, they seem to be a pretty positive person in your life. April. What energy does this show up as? He's born March 19th. So he's been showing... you know what? Maybe he's on the cusp. He could have a lot of Aries in him. March 19th is very close. Depending on his year, I mean, 28 degrees, 29 degrees of Pisces. Let me just quickly bring it up. Do you know what year he was born? $1978. Okay, let's see. Because maybe he's got a lot of Aries in him, and that's why he shows as an Aries. You know what? I had a friend who was born on that day. I'm just going to change her year. Okay, well, he's 28 degrees of Pisces, which is damn close to Aries. So that could be. He's got Mercury in Aries, Venus in Aries. We don't know what his rising sign is. His rising sign could be Aries as well. That could be why he's been showing up as an Aries. I would say that could be. He could be the Aries. All right, let's see. I'm going to ask the cards. I bet you he's the Aries. Yeah. Well, good. Finally shows up. Mustafa, how would my Aunt Z and her family think and feel if I rejected their offer to put the past behind us? Not only do I reject the peace offering, but I don't even answer the phone call. They would be hurt. They would have sharp energy around them. They would feel hurt. They would feel like things are not moving forward. They would feel like there was more to it than that you weren't telling them. Yeah, they would be hurt. Mustafa, how would my Aunt Z and her family think and feel if I try very hard to impress them if I visit them over the summer? I look way different now. Okay. Well, I think that you will impress them. First of all, they're going to notice right away that you've grown and matured. There's no doubt about that. That comes up pretty strong. But like matured physically, but when they start to talk to you, they're going to realize that you've grown and matured mentally and emotionally, and that you've come a long way. They're going to also be very excited that you graduated from college, and they're going to be very proud of you. So I don't know, I think that you'd make a good impression on them. They're going to feel like you came a long way, which is true, you did. Will Emma and I be in a relationship by this summer? Yes, I think you will be. I think you will be. Looks like things move forward between the two of you pretty quickly once it gets rolling. So it may be the kind of thing where nothing happens between, say, now and, I don't know, May 1st, and then all of a sudden something happens and like everything kind of fits like a hand in a glove. No, Mustafa, that's fine. You know, sometimes those questions are fine for a lot of reasons, but sometimes with family members, like there is reason why you shouldn't reconnect with them. You know what I mean? Like my mom's side of the family, like there was a lot of really shitty things that they did. Not her extended family, but like when you think about, like I have two nephews, and when I think about how my uncle has treated my brother and I could never treat my nephews like that. Never. Never. I don't care if they're 70 years old, I would never treat them like that. And just like shystery things that were done. And I don't think that you need to have those people in your life. Like people that are manipulating, people that are deceitful, people that don't you know, it's like my mother may be dead, but I'm next in line. My brother and I are not disowned from the family because you think everything is yours. I don't think that I don't need that kind of people in my life, those kinds of people in my life. So in some cases, I don't think that you should reconnect with family members. But a misunderstanding, an argument over something silly, I wouldn't let something silly get in the way. And you can understand people being hurt because anytime somebody extends the olive branch and kind of gets kicked in the face for it, you know, it's nobody likes that. Nobody it's like, oh, I'm extending the olive branch and then you're not going to accept it. Thing is that, and I've noticed this in my life with people in my life personally. I had a friend of mine, I've talked about her a million times. Growing up from the time that we were in kindergarten and right through junior high, she was my best friend. My best friend. Never did anything disrespectful, but something happened when we got into high school that all of a sudden she started competing with me, like really competing with me, and each situation got progressively worse. Like if she knew I was interested in someone, she would be flirting with him or she would throw herself at him. It's very easy to flirt with a guy or throw yourself at a guy that you're not interested in because you don't care if you get rejected because there's no feelings there. So what? I don't want to be with you anyway. And each situation got progressively worse until I found out after my Sweet 16, which I didn't even want to have, that the guy that I really liked, who came to my Sweet 16, thought that he was coming because it was my party, came because he'd been screwing around with her. How embarrassing. Anyway, so every time she apologized for every situation, I always accepted it. I always accepted it. I always put it in the past, but eventually it wasn't that I was mad at her. It wasn't that I didn't want to be friends with her. I just didn't care anymore. Like, it just didn't care. And like now I don't have any desire, like, of talking to her or, like I don't know, like, and I know that my other friends somewhat stay in contact with her. I don't care. I don't wish her evil. I just don't care. And I think that that happens sometimes when somebody fucks you over so many times. You can forgive them and forgive them and forgive them, but eventually you just don't care anymore. And that's what happened. Anyway. Preetha. Will A ask me to get back together in a relationship with him? Okay, let's see. I think you guys do wind up back together at some point. J, will I ever quit my current job? The place that is getting bad and the guy running the show is a narcissist. Okay, will I ever quit this job? Yeah, you're not going to be there forever, but I would hang on to it until you get settled into something else. But you know, you won't be there forever. And the good news is that you can cut your hours way back, and he may not always be there forever. You know, something could happen. He may not be there forever, especially if it's a big company with like a corporate office. They move those people around a lot. I wouldn't let him be your deciding factor, only because you've been there for so long. It could be flexible. They could give you what you want, and it's always good to have a side thing. And you could put in very minimal amounts of hours and still benefit from it. But I don't think that you'll be there forever. Let's put it that way. Mel wants a general. Okay, let me do Mel. General for tomorrow. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan, or putting money aside for something that's of significance or importance. Looks like negativity is going to move into the past. A Virgo and a Capricorn could be of significance tomorrow. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. The Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities and no longer feeling stuck, feeling like you finally gained traction, life is moving forward, especially when it comes to money. If you're waiting on money and finances, tomorrow should be a good day for that. Dominique, what did my dream mean this morning? Okay. I always say this about dreams. You got to go by how the dream felt and the context of the dream. So I'll explain. First of all, the cards indicate that your dream means that you're moving on with your life towards happiness and you're being guided by the divine. That's what the cards say. But this is how I interpret dreams. First of all, I always go by how the dream felt, not what was in it. So if you're in a really shitty situation in the dream, but in the dream you feel good or you feel confident, I would say it's a positive dream. And then what was in the dream? Who was in the dream? So if it was your boyfriend from high school that screwed you over and left with your best friend, and they showed up in the dream, I would say it's not about them. It's about the wound underneath them. It's about the wound that they caused that you're still carrying around. If the dream had elements in it, water, was the water rough? Was the water calm? Calm water, serene water, you're moving on to a serene place emotionally. Rough water, you got to prepare for rough times. It also looks like fire could be good and everything can be good or bad. It depends on how you're, what else was going on in the dream. Most of the time when people show up, if they're people that are living, they're coming back to evoke an emotion in you, or an unhealed wound. So, but it's not about the person. The person is just showing up to remind you of it. So go to how it felt. Bottom line is, if you're dreaming about it, it's starting to come out of the subconscious and you're pushing it out. So it's healing and it's positive. But it really depends on what was happening in the dream, how you felt, the elements, the colors. Mustafa, you said I rejected my Aunt Z's peace offering and ignore her calls. She and her family would suspect there's deeper reasons for my actions. What deeper reason? Okay. Well, she may feel, especially with your new look and stuff like that, or if you're talking about like magic or gothic stuff or any of that stuff, she may think that you're doing something evil. She may not take 100% responsibility for herself. She may try to put it back on you, like, well, he's not accepting the apology because he's playing around with magic or stuff that he shouldn't be playing around with, or she may try to like push it back on you, but blame the way that you've changed and grown, that now you're into something you shouldn't be into. Also, I mean, that would be a little bit deeper. She also may just say something like, well, he must just be going through something right now. She's not going to take responsibility for what she's done. She's going to try to push it back on you. Boso. Don't see it yet. Let me do Preetha. Will I clear the exam on March 6th, my birthday, with good grades? I hope so. Yes, I think you're going to do fine. TD, general for the rest of the week. Got some good luck coming in. You got a little adventure coming in, and you're heading off to the 10 Cups being full. Growth, change, and transformation is coming to your life. Sagittarius and a Scorpio are both around. Looks like you got happiness coming out. You're being guided by the divine, and you could have a love connection coming in before the end of the week. Or you could be moving forward with a love connection. Not bad. UAF. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Cosmic. Will things get better for me at work? Lately, I've been noticing a lot of bad vibes, and it's draining my energy. Drink more water. Yes, things should improve. Things should improve. But things that you can do, though, to protect your energy, I would get a black crystal and put it on the desk. Just make sure that you cleanse it frequently, even if it means that you take it to the bathroom and rinse it. I also would drink more water. You could put a little salt in it. That could help too with some of the energy. And I don't know, a lot of people feel like eating more organic stuff can help with energy. Sometimes that gets really expensive though, so that I would say get a black crystal. A piece of obsidian only costs a couple of dollars, and that could do the trick. And drink more water. Black tourmaline is more expensive. I personally love black obsidian. It's cheap. You can get a big hunk of it for a couple of dollars. Anything black is good though, because it's protective. Tourmaline's more expensive, but black obsidian is good. That's my favorite. Oh yeah, you could use moon water too. Sure. Yeah, you could get black obsidian. I got on eBay, and one time I was doing a workshop on crystals. I got a box of black obsidian on eBay. I think the whole box was like 20 bucks. I don't know what root of plants are. I know about the stuff that you make with the eggshells. What's that called? I forget what it's called. I never made it because I don't eat eggs. But if I do the egg diet, I will save those and I will make it. Let me look it up. Eggshell powder tutorial, how to use it. It blocks non. You can sprinkle it around you as a barrier. Sprinkle it on thresholds. I've never made it because I don't eat eggs. Rubbing a little of the powder on you, a dot on your third eye, could help to engage psychic activity. Another use for purification is especially useful in a bath. Okay, so what you do is you boil a pot of water, place empty eggshells in the boiling water, boil for 10 minutes, drain. Place the eggshells on the paper, allow them to dry overnight. And when the eggshells are completely dry, put them on a cookie sheet. This is a project. Bake the eggshells for 10 minutes or until they're completely dried. When cool enough, handle the eggshells in a grinder, grind them up. I guess that's it. That's it. I thought that you had to add other stuff to it. Eggshells also make a great plant food. So if you're making it, that could be your excuse if you don't want anyone to know what you're doing. But that's a big project. I would get a piece of black obsidian. Okay, Loso. What would be the outcome if I started a family with Dre? All right, I don't know where you guys are in your relationship, but I'm not seeing a lot of love here right now, or like there's a serious commitment at this point. It does look like there are choices around both of you, and the death card here is in reverse, which would indicate that things are not changing or getting better anytime soon. You might end up feeling very hurt, or it may not be what you want it to be. I would be careful. I would have a good discussion with him and see where he stands, because right now it doesn't look like the two of you are even on the same page. So I would think about this. I mean, like I said, I don't know where you are in the relationship, but I'm not seeing, like, I'm not getting any love cards here. So you could be setting yourself up to be disappointed. I would think twice about it. Cosmic, will change my diet. Oh yeah, you could change, yeah. Jay, they've been moving people around in my department. What's Amy thinking when she sees other people over there and not me? She's not happy. She feels like the world is against her, and like you two aren't going to connect because you're not there. She's got sharp energy around the situation. And she's overthinking things. Oh, you get rubbed with the cold egg? Oh, I wouldn't love that. Preetha, will I get the RBI job in 2021? Yes, I think you will get that job. Oh, that's so funny. Rub the whole egg over. Huh. It's like she rubs the egg, and then you can either dump it in water to absorb the bad energy, or dump it at a four-way intersection. Yeah. Huh. Oh, I never heard of that before, and I have a lot of friends that are Hispanic. I'll ask. But my one friend, she's Dominican. My other friend calls her Juju. So maybe that's, I don't know. And I just never understood. I never questioned it. I don't know. I'm going to ask them. Oh, who was it? Oh, it was somebody's neighbor. I can't remember who. It was one of my friends. His neighbor said that. No, it was one of his neighbors that was very religious. She was like very Catholic, but she also did something, I don't know what, but when she would get mad at the saints that weren't doing what she wanted, she used to put them in the closet facing the corner. And my friend would be like, I don't think you're supposed to do that with them. I can't remember what the practice was. Mustafa. If I accepted my Aunt Z's peace offering and visited her and her family over the break, would they prevent female G from seeing me, or a misunderstanding arose from the rumors about me and G? She's not a family member, right? They would do what they could to prevent it. There's anxiety around it and disappointment. So whatever it is, I don't think that they want to go there again. So I think they would try to prevent it from happening. Yeah. You might have to tell them that too. Or you may have to, yeah, I think you might have to bring it up. April, how does S feel about the age gap between us? I'm 34 and he's 42. Oh, I think that's fine. He's fine. He's totally fine. He actually thinks that it's a good connection. He sees that things could move forward. He thinks that you're a strong person and that you're very stable. I think that's fine. Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it. When I went to Tulum a couple of years ago, I think it was the summer of 2013, there was it was a yoga retreat, but they had like a massage people there and like different things that you could have done. And there was this one where, and I had to have it done because it just sounded so cool. And I don't remember all the details now, but it was like a Mayan woman that, like a medicine woman, used to come from some part of wherever to do the ritual. And one of the things was, I think it was that she beats you with a pumpkin. I think it was a pumpkin or a squash or something like that. It didn't hurt, but all my friends were laughing. They're like, you didn't get beat with a squash? But it was really cool. I love all that stuff. And I love learning about all that stuff. Zara, if you can get a general reading. Okay. General reading. Got a creative project that you may be working on that you're getting a lot out of. It also looks like you're no longer holding yourself back. You do have some money coming in. If you've been waiting on money, the money should be coming your way. Listen to your intuition. Water sign comes in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You also have an Aries on the horizon, and somebody from your past may be returning. That may just be an old friend. It looks like you have a wish, put it out into the universe. You could be making a decision in the near future to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Tiffany, love reading. Got some good luck coming in around love. You got a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. That person may mean business. They also may have long-term potential. There's also an earth sign here that could be very interested in you, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Growth, change, and transformation is coming to you as a person, which is also going to spice up your love life. There may be, with the death card, also a Scorpio coming in. You got success coming in around love, a wish, and a soulmate connection on the horizon. Love should be good moving into the spring of 2021. Jay. The guy running the show at my current job, will they ship him out? No one I talk to likes him, and I heard he does shady stuff. They probably will. If they just moved him in recently, he's probably on his way out again. Yeah, he'll leave again. He'll move again. Yeah, you know, I know just from working at A&P for so long, like, they shift people around all the time, especially the managers that were not union employees. That's why one of the managers chose to stay in the union, because he wanted to work close to home. But yeah, they shift him around quite a lot. Yeah, he won't be there for that long. That's why I'm saying don't let him be your deciding factor. Because we had a couple of dicks over at A&P too. Most of them weren't. Most of them were really good. But we had a couple of assholes that showed up every now and again. But, you know, then they move them out. And sometimes you can, if you're lucky, your schedules can conflict and you don't even have to see them. We stop it as my Aunt Z and her husband Amberly think the female G and I had a secret relationship. They question it, but no, they don't know for sure, and they don't really believe it. They're curious about it, but no, I don't think that they really believe it happened. Like, whatever, there may have been something that made them feel that way. They may have picked up some kind of vibe or some kind of chemistry, but they don't really believe that anything happened. Let me go back up to the top. At the top, we've got Cinnamon, love for this weekend. Disappointment moves into the past. Hurt moves into the past, and you should be feeling a little bit lighter energy around love this weekend. Success comes in. Could be around a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Could be a soulmate connection. You may be feeling prepared, but you're going to have choices. Got a Capricorn here. Let's see what happens to that Capricorn. Nyasia, I'm a Libra. What does my Virgo wish to say to me? They may tell you that they're undecided about a number of things going on in their life. They feel like they could also be feeling a little bit under pressure, and they feel like they could be dealing with an old betrayal that may be resurfacing for them. They also may want to tell you, and probably can't, that they're going through a growth and transformation. They may not even realize that they're growing and transforming, and they're kind of holding themselves back right now, but that should change. It also looks like they may want to tell you that slow and steady wins the race. If they're not ready to do something, they don't make a decision until they're good and ready. Maybe somewhat of an overthinker. Mustafa, I don't see the question yet, so let me go back up to the top. Nav, will Ammon and I overcome the financial and family issues? His parents want him to marry someone else eventually in the next 2 years, or will he have to surrender to it and marry someone else? Well, you know, this is a complicated situation, and I don't see marriage coming in right now. I don't see marriage coming in around for him in 2 years either. So, I mean, I don't like to go 2 years into the future, only because free will can make so many things happen between now and then. I'm not convinced that you're going to marry him. I got to say that. It looks like there's a lot of indecision, but it also looks like the relationship itself has a lot of breaks in it. And there's more issues than just finances in his family. Like, it looks like this has been up and down and backwards and forwards. And his parents want one thing, and I don't know that he's going to give in to his parents, though. I mean, he's got perseverance around him, but I can't say that I see marriage coming in for him in the near future. It's just not showing up. It's actually showing that he's got poor timing, a lot of poor timing. Walking away from things that aren't serving him, feeling like he's put in a whole lot of effort into something and not really seeing a payoff. He also could be feeling a little bit burdened by life in general with this card. Feels like nothing around him changes. I don't know. I wouldn't put all your eggs in that basket. Not at this point. Not if you really want marriage. If you don't care about marriage and it's not a top priority, then, you know, see where it goes. MJ, how did Xavier feel when he read my recent message I sent him? He's got the double-edged sword here, so I don't know what the message said, but he's got a new beginning on the horizon, and also, like, he's taking time for rest, care, relaxation. So right now, his first priority is himself. So if he hasn't answered you, it's because he's taking care of himself, and he's kind of being borderline selfish. I don't know what the message said, but it evoked in him the sword energy. UAF, I'm telling you, I know these kind of people. Entitled, they don't do what they're supposed to do, they say inappropriate things, nobody cares. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And then, you want to know what would happen to me? I got in trouble. Of course, they didn't, well, one of the managers told me. And one of the managers made it sound like I was going to get fired, too. And this was just around the time that A&P was going out of business, which was the same week that I was leasing this new car. So it was just a real bad time. So listen to what happened. I can only imagine that this is what happened. The owner had been in from Australia, and she saw me, like, at the beginning of class. Like, there's if anyone's ever taken yoga, there's like a teacher's box that usually every class that I've ever taken, the teacher sits down and gives like a little Dharma talk. I don't usually do the talk, especially in the morning, because like people want to come in, they want to move, and they want to get out. But I learned something new in the teacher training I was doing, and I wanted to explain it to them. So I sat down rather than stand over them, right? And she saw me sitting down, okay? And then a couple of days later, in a different studio, she saw me. I was demonstrating Pilates. I was going through the series of 5. If you're familiar with that, it's done on your back. So I was on the teacher's box, and in between exercises, I didn't stand up. I did them, And then I turned around and then I went back and did them, right? So I wasn't up. I was on the, right? So, I mean, I am somebody who taught like 22 classes a week in 4 different studios all over the fucking place, 3 different studios in one day, taught classes back to back. I got in trouble for sitting down. So there was a letter or a big thing posted on the desk in one of the studios that said, if you're caught sitting on the teacher's box will be removed while you teach. And I knew that it was for me because one of the managers told me that I was called lazy. I'm the last fucking person that should ever be fucking called lazy. Because before I even go to class, I've already run 3 miles. And the classes are an hour away from where I live. So tell me how I'm lazy. But you can't defend yourself because there is no defense because nobody cares. Like nobody cares. Meanwhile, there were teachers left and right that I would see sitting down all the time, and sitting down, not because they were demonstrating, sitting down because they were sitting down. So after that, I didn't sit down not once, not until I got pregnant. And at the very end of my pregnancy, my feet couldn't handle it. And then I was like, fuck it, I can't stand anymore. But can you imagine? And I'm like, meanwhile, people don't show up. They show up late. They don't empty the garbage. And I'm treated like a child. But I wasn't liked. You know, I wasn't popular. I wasn't married to somebody with a lot of money. And I didn't. So anyway. But how embarrassing. And then I was like, afterwards, I was thinking, like, I'm not going to be embarrassed. Why should I be embarrassed? How juvenile is that? Like, why, if you had a problem, why didn't you just say it to me? Why didn't you just ask me? I would have told you the truth. I was explaining what I was going to do. And I honestly wanted feedback from the students. Sometimes you just can't win. And you just got to leave it at that. But I totally get it. I think I'm at Enos. No, Mustafa. How would my Aunt Z and her husband M and son A feel if I decline their offer to visit them and give no reasons and ask them how things in their life are going? Okay. That they don't know that, oh boy. They would be, well, okay, your aunt may be a little bit freaked out by that. The other 2 may not think all that much. They may not look into it deeply, but it may freak her out. They also may feel betrayed, like nothing is ever changing, and disrespected. Anus, general love, what's coming in? It looks like life is moving forward for you towards greener pastures, feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You have a water sign coming in with an offering of love, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It also looks like the time and effort that you've put into your love life is going to pay off for you. You got some feeling a little bit more ready, willing, and able, and it looks like you're stepping into your own strength. You also have a Leo here. You may be making a decision to move forward with your life. Things change for the better quickly, and you're listening to your intuition. Megan, when will I be moving out? When will I be moving out? This summer, beginning of the summer. Blue sky, how does Tony, my work colleague, feel about me? Your intuition knows. So however you feel he feels for you, that you're right. Looks like he thinks that you're spontaneous, grounded, stable, down to earth. Thinks that you guys either work good together or can work good together. Three of Pentacles would be like a stable business relationship. And he doesn't think you hold yourself back. He thinks that you're very strong, smart, and that you have a lot of potential. Nabia, what's coming in for next week? You could get communication for someone you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time, and you feel like the world is at your feet. It also looks like you have money coming in. Man, you've got money coming in. You might have some choices, and you're about to go through growth and transformation on a personal level. It looks like you got a new beginning, possibly around work, business, school, whatever it is that you do all day, but it looks like it's going to bring in money. Got money coming in, and you're prepared. You may also make a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Nyasia, what's coming towards me? Well, anxiety is moving into the past, and you should be feeling relief. Like you've made it to the top of the mountain. Finally, you can exhale. You've got the sun. Got happiness coming out over your life, stepping into your own personal strength. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to refuse. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Water sign comes in. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Enos. Empress. How is my move coming up looking? How is my move coming up looking? Oh my God, thank you, Enos. The shining must maybe the coconut oil. I use coconut oil. And now, since I've been using coconut oil, any other moisturizer that I use, I feel like my face is dry. Overall, the upcoming move is okay. It may have moments. I don't know if you're going a far distance. There could be some complications, but they're minor. And you get through it, and you wind up in a better place. You got the Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility coming in. Be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. So even though it could be complicated, it may get hectic or a little chaotic someplace, because I think there's a huge different distance, miles and miles. It goes pretty good. Sepia love. Heartbreak and disappointment move into the past, and you got a new commitment on the horizon. Oh shit, you got people coming in here. You got a Virgo, a Libra, and a Taurus. You got divine timing bringing in an Aries. You also may have to make a decision at some point, but you're not holding yourself back. Your perseverance when it comes to love pays off. Things should start to move forward. You have options. The Magician, you also have the ability to manifest new options. You know, like you can put out into the universe, you know, I want somebody who's, I expect somebody 6 feet tall with, I don't know, green eyes and brown hair to show up. Who's got a big bank account and drives a Porsche, whatever. Put it out into the universe. With the Magician, you never know. You just don't know. Sepia General. Okay, you got good stuff happening around business, but also like a career, but also side business, and maybe a creative side business that's bringing in extra money, but you may be establishing business contacts that pay off long term. Persistence pays off around side business or a private business. Balance comes back to your life, your intuition is heightened, and you feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain. Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. It also could be on-the-job training. You have a wish, put it out into the universe. Moving on to greener pastures and bringing in some more money. Also, maybe taking time in the near future for rest, relaxation, and self-care, which is definitely a good thing. Sepia, should I find out the status of the job? I wouldn't, because that's who I am. But I've been told by so many people that whenever you apply for a job, that you should follow up with a phone call. And that's what I've been told. Let's see what the cards say. Yeah, I would call them. 7, 8. Yeah. Yeah, I would just call and find out. I'm checking on the status of my interview or my application. Cosmic, what is the outcome between the Aquarius and I? Right now, it's kind of undecided, right? Like there's a decision situation. You could be feeling disappointed and you may feel burdened by the situation. But if you give it some time and let divine timing work it out, you might have to have patience. You could start a new journey eventually. It may take some time. I would never tell anyone to sit around and wait, watch the clock, hope for him to show up. But if you just kind of go about your business and go about your life, things may kind of work themselves out on their own without you having to do all that much. Blue sky. How does Amy, my work colleague, feel about me? She feels that you're lucky, adventurous, kind-hearted, successful, attractive, that your perseverance pays off, and that you're genuinely a happy person. I think that she has a lot of respect for you. If you're not friends with her, you could become friends in the future. Megan. General. Maybe going back to school, learning a new area of study, and it could be something that's somewhat creative. It also looks like you got some respect, or being better compensated at work or school, whatever it is you do all day. You got the love cup here full, and you got some romance coming in if you're not with anyone right now. Sagittarius comes in, but also an earth sign is around. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Empress. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Please be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. It does look like negativity moves into the past and life starts to move forward. Not bad. Inez, something good is happening right now in my family and siblings. How will my family situation be next week? Things move forward. They move forward by next week, and then it's slow and steady wins the race, but I think things work themselves out. You may be feeling a little bit like I'm waiting, but then you make it over the hump. I don't know if it has something to do with money, because there's money coming into the family. It's a little bit delayed, but it's still coming. Enos, will the Aries that I cut out make any moves to contact me? Not right now. Not right now. Maybe down the line, but right now they're going to give you some space. Guys who drive Porsches don't have any hair. Amanda, will CR message me this week? I don't think this week. No, it may take a little longer than that. What did you knock over there, Dylan? I don't know what he knocked over. Blue sky. How does Kara, work colleague, feel about me? She feels good about you. She feels like you're moving forward, or that you have a lot of potential. Feels that you're grounded, stable, hardworking, smart, intelligent. That you're always willing to go the extra mile. She thinks that you're very intelligent. Very intelligent. Let me go back up to the top. Malika, what's coming towards me? Divine timing is guiding you, and you're prepared for what comes in. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, bring in new opportunities. Disappointment moves into the past. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got a committed relationship on the horizon. Could be with somebody around you that you just haven't made the connection with yet. They may be in your life right now. Moving on to greener pastures. Could hear from somebody that you haven't spoken to in some time, and you may have some extra money coming in. Spiritual. Sagittarius next moves towards me. Communication. Communication should pick up over the next couple of weeks. Oh, Avery's good. She's sleeping now. I can't really get these done with when she's awake. So when she goes to sleep is when I try to do them. But thank you for asking. Chrislyn, my person is a Sag. Does he ever like me or love me? He does like you. I don't see love right now, but that could happen in the future. Right now, I mean, I do think he likes you. Unapologetic Ella. Will me and Michael get an apartment? Will me and Michael get an apartment? Yes, I think you will get an apartment. Let's see. How about Amanda? What will be the outcome for CR and I this month? Looks like this month is kind of slow and stagnant. Next month looks like it's a much better month. I wouldn't expect all that much this month. It's like the Knight of Cups is in reverse. But next month there's more promise, or he's feeling a little bit better prepared to connect. Next month you feel like you made it to the top of the mountain and things change for the better quickly. This month may be kind of just like kind of slow and stagnant. November, should I tell Jalen that I want to be his Valentine? Okay, let's see. Cards indicate 70% chance, yes, you should. My 2 cents, I don't think it would hurt if you kind of say it like in a joking way and you don't make a big production over it. Because the thing about Valentine's Day is that people put a lot of pressure on it, right? It's like, am I going to get something? Is he going to call? Are we going to go out? And it's just another day. But the thing is that the energy that goes into that day, the other person feels it. So that other person feels like there's energy, there's pressure. She expects something. I have to do something. I have to get something. I have to buy something. I don't know what to buy, right? So they kind of want to avoid Valentine's Day when they can, especially in a new relationship, because they don't know what they're supposed to do. So, like, for example, if you start a relationship in April, by the time February comes around, the guy kind of knows what he's got to do. But when it's new, there's a lot of pressure. Like, I don't know if I should. Like, even a first date, I don't know. Do I kiss her? Is she going to expect me to kiss her? Do I pay for it? Does she pay for it? There's pressure on that, right? And it's tense and it's awkward. Valentine's Day exacerbates that. So, cards indicate 70% chance yes, you should. If it were me, I wouldn't do it on Valentine's Day. I wouldn't put the added pressure. But that's your call. Go Gina. Any love predictions from now until Valentine's Day? Okay. Not all that much happening between now and then. You may be kind of feeling a little bit bored around love this year, and that's fine. Things are going to shift. Things aren't going to stay boring. You got a soulmate connection coming in. So if you're not with anyone right now, maybe by the time we get past Mercury retrograde and we're into March, soulmate shows up that changes your life for the better quickly. Make it to the top of the mountain, and you're well prepared for it. They could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and they come in with a cause for celebration. They show you a lot of respect, and they are very romantic. But I can't say that this is going to happen before Valentine's Day. But like I said, I really hold what I said about Valentine's Day. It adds so much pressure to an already tense situation, especially in a new relationship. So I would just kind of let the Valentine's Day thing go, and just keep your, be open to the fact that a soulmate spiritual connection is on its way in, regardless of where you are right now. Now, if you are with somebody right now, I would say the same thing. Don't make a big deal over Valentine's Day because it doesn't look like it's going to be a big deal. But once you get into March, your relationship may really start to move forward. Romula's love. What would this new job opportunity do for me? Well, you have a wish around it. You would be moving on to greener pastures. It would be bringing in some money. It would also be giving you a new experience that would be helpful, or it would change your life for the better quickly. No longer holding yourself back, stepping into your own personal strength. To me, at the very worst, new job opportunity brings in a new experience, and you'll learn something new. You can never hurt by learning something new, no matter what it is. Even if it's like a job that you don't want to stay at for long, it's an experience and it's something to put down on your resume. And on top of that, it always could be something that maybe you could fall back on one day should you need to. Let me tell you, I hated working at A&P for years. When I first started working there, I hated it. Like, it sucked. And I always had like the end date in my head, just for high school. Oh, well, now I'll just do it until I get out of college. Okay, well, now I'm going to just do it until I hit 10 years so that I get vested and I get my pension. Then I got my full-time job, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to quit as soon as I hit 10 years. And then I was like, I bought my house, and I was like, oh, the extra money is good right now. So I always had an end date, and I never wound up leaving until they closed down. But I'm glad that I stayed there, because over the years, it was so flexible. It was something easy to fall back on, and it was 2 miles up the road from my house, so you couldn't beat it. So I feel like every job opportunity presents the opportunity to learn something new, which you can take somewhere else. So I would go for it. Blue Sky, does Tony like me or not, as she's being quiet? All right, let's see, does Tony like me? she does like you. She may be going through something that has nothing to do with anybody, but you may be something that's going on personally with her, and that's why she's being quiet. I would just leave her alone right now. Let her get through whatever it is. But she does like you, yeah. Amanda, will Sierra and I have a future together? There is potential, yeah, there's potential. You know, it may have to unfold, though, the way it unfolds. It may not be picture perfect right now, so you might just have to kind of give it time. How about Benita? What does Christopher wish to say to me this time? I think that he would tell you that he's recently been dealing with an old wound that's resurfaced, and he feels very undecided about what to do. He also may be feeling very unprepared, and he could be, well, he also may be very busy at work or school or in a new area of study. And I think that he would probably tell you that he's a little bit more stressed out than he would like to admit. He's got a lot of stuff weighing on his mind. I don't know. He may not be the kind of person that wants to talk about it either. But if he could talk about it, those are the things that he would say. He's got this old wound that keeps resurfacing. Stressed out about work or school. And he's kind of like weighed down by the weight of the world right now. Pinky, the products that Nikki sent me today, are they safe to use? Causing me no harm. I get a 70% chance, yes, they're safe, but the choice is yours. So I don't know what you mean by safe. Like, if it's something that you're going to take and ingest, I would reconsider. But if it's something like, I don't know, like cosmetics or something like that, that you're going to put on your face or something, I would test it first. If it's something spiritually that you're going to use, I would just protect yourself with salt and black crystal. I see a general for tomorrow. I get some financial stability coming in tomorrow and feeling well prepared. About to go through some growth and transformation. You got a Libra and a Scorpio coming in tomorrow. You also have heightened intuition, so if you get any gut feelings, trust them. Moving on to greener pastures brings in a little bit of adventure tomorrow. Sonia. Universities are postponing the dates of the PhD exam due to COVID. A2 is for February 20th, and A2 University is going to postpone the PhD exam. Okay, let's see. Is A2 going to postpone it as well? Yes, I think they will. I think they will, damn it. Everything's getting postponed. Treasure Brown, why did T block me on Snapchat yesterday? He's going to unblock you. I don't know if maybe he did it accidentally. Could you do it accidentally? Because it shows here that you've got the love cup full and you've got the world at your feet. So if he did it on purpose, because he got pissed off at something, he should unblock you. And if he did it on accident, he should unblock you. I don't know. I don't think he meant to do it. Or if he did, he unblocks it pretty quickly. I wouldn't worry about it. And I wouldn't spend much time thinking about it because you don't want to put that out into the universe. Steve, what can be shown for myself, the Cancer, and Aaron, the Scorpio, moving forward? Let's see. Not bad. Not bad. So communication comes in, or more of it comes in if you guys aren't communicating right now. If you are, communication just picks up. It looks like listen to your intuition. When you listen to your intuition, things start to move forward. 6 of Pentacles, the two of you should be putting into the relationship what you're getting out of it. Very balanced relationship on the horizon. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain and you can exhale, cause your celebration comes in around the two of you. I don't see a lot of like I'm not going to say like soulmate marriage connection coming in right now. I don't see that happening, but it does look like you have the foundation of something stable to move forward, and you could get there eventually. I don't like to go too far into the future just because of the free will thing, but you have the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. If you guys are not in a committed relationship right now, that could change quickly, possibly even overnight at any moment. If you're in a committed relationship, the relationship can get better quickly at any given moment. And it looks like you're going to have choices moving the relationship forward that sort of seems to ease your anxiety around the situation. But the choice will be yours as to which direction you decide to take it in. Blue sky. What does Tony the colleague think of me? What does Tony the colleague think of me? She thinks that you're a hard worker. No doubt about that. Thinks that you're stable, sincere, grounded. Thinks that you have a lot of potential. You're intelligent, kind, caring, happy, and easy to get along with. Amanda, why did CR pull his energy away from me recently? He's holding himself back right now. He needs some space. He doesn't know what he wants. He's not sure. He's not prepared. He's not ready for things to move forward. And he doesn't want to get into an argument. He doesn't want to promise things that he's not ready to fulfill. So he's pulled his energy back. He'll come back around. He'll come back around. He just has to do it in his own time. I wouldn't be surprised, too, if a lot of people get all twisted up over Valentine's Day. That could be, too. Human beings have a terrible time communicating, right? They just don't communicate. I can ask my best friend, well, what do you think I should do? And what do you think? Do you think he likes me? Do you think, but I don't go to the person, right? So if there is stress or tension around Valentine's Day, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know if he's supposed to do something. He's pulling his energy back because he doesn't want to deal with it. And most of the time, that's what people do. Like, they'll pull their energy back when they don't know how to deal with something. Instead of just saying, hey, I don't know what the fuck to do. You know? There's just unnecessary bullshit that goes along with any holiday. But Valentine's Day is 10 times more. 10 times more. You know, it's like, if you start dating somebody, right, like December 1st, do you buy them a Christmas present? And then if you buy them a Christmas present, if they don't buy you something, now you have an awkward moment. And then, oh, but I don't care if you don't get me anything, but then he feels stupid. You know what I mean? It's like there's just too much pressure on this crap. It shouldn't have to be so hard. I just get through the next couple of weeks and his energy should return to normal. Mustafa, how does my Aunt Z, the youngest son-in-law, not like about his mother-in-law? I'm going to poke at my aunt. How does my Aunt Z's youngest son-in-law not like about his mother-in-law? Well, I think that In-laws. I don't know. When I was at my father's house, they were talking about something. I don't remember what. And then my dad goes, nobody likes their in-laws. He may feel that she is very persistent or that she could be a little bit controlling. He also may feel like she's a little bit critical. But you know, think about it. Like let's look at it from the other side. If you're married to somebody's daughter, right? Like that's my kid. Like of course I'm going to be critical of you. Like you better do the right thing. CJ, does P have feelings for me? Does P have feelings for me? Yes, I believe so. Stephanie, Derek, and me. Well, there's indecision around the situation, so I don't know what that's all about. You may be feeling like you're waiting for your ship to come in, but your life is moving forward. I'm not really worried about that. Six of Cups, at some point he's going to return and he's going to try to start a new journey with you. I don't think that that's happened yet, but communication at some point out of the blue will happen. It looks like right now, you guys could have another argument on the horizon. Like nothing has changed right now. Nothing has changed, but something is going to change eventually. At that point, I don't think that you will ever entertain him ever again. I think that that's it for him, but I think he may try to come back with like a song and a dance at some point. He's got to be crazy, but I think his life is gonna get really screwed up. Like I think he may think he's got everything under control, but I don't think he really does. Empress, love reading. Oh, first card. Love cup is full with cause for celebration that comes in around choices. You may be undecided. That's okay. Water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Comes in out of the clear blue sky. Could be a soulmate connection. You also have a Gemini here. It also looks like you have the Magician. There's a Sagittarius too. And the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities around love. Fia, is there any new jobs coming towards me? There could be something that happens in late March, early April around a new job opportunity. Elsa, love for this month. Water sign comes in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. That may make you look back on the past and realize that it wasn't as good as you're remembering it. It does look like you're prepared for your love life to move forward. You got a Virgo coming in. Wheel of Fortune, stepping into some good luck. Starting a new journey. You got a Capricorn too, and you're no longer holding yourself back. You may be exploring your options. Good for you. I see you. Where are you? That it's 11:11 because it's 3. It when you wrote that, it's 3:11 here. Are you on the West Coast or you're even further than that? Probably further than that, right? Anyway, I'm always curious as to where people are because I just think it's very interesting. RR, will A contact me and how will it go? Yes. A does contact you and you feel relief around the situation, success. Things start to get a little bit unstuck and you move forward. Yeah, I think you will hear from this person. Goddess, what is TW's energy with me? It's not romantic. Okay. The energy is not bad. The energy is like patience, kind, calm, sincere, happy, celebratory. The energy is good. Yeah, I would say so. Jennifer, I have a bad leg and it slows me down at work. Is my boss Brittany out to hurt me? Oh my God, I hope not. Is my boss Brittany out to hurt me? No, I don't think that she's out to hurt you. I think that she may get frustrated sometimes, but you have an issue that's legitimate. You know, she's got to have a little bit more patience. And I think she realizes that about herself. She needs to have more patience. I don't think that she's looking to harm you, but for your own sanity, you may want to see if you can find something else. I hate to say that to people only because, like, you shouldn't have to leave your job because somebody else is an idiot. But sometimes for your own sanity, it just may be better for you. Because, you know, if you get it in your head that this person's out to hurt me or this person's out to get me in some way, it can be really a miserable experience that you have to work there. So you may want to decide to try to find something else. I don't think she's looking to hurt you. I don't think it could hurt wearing a black crystal, like obsidian, for protection. Maybe a little Florida water. But I think that you're okay. I don't think that she's going to try to do anything. She just seems to be a little bit less patient. Like, she needs a little more patience. It's terrible. Like, yeah, it's terrible. All right, who haven't I gotten to yet? Who haven't I answered for? Martha, I haven't answered for. Hannah, I don't think I answered for. Hannah, has David lost feelings for me? He ignores me at times. I don't think that he's lost feelings for you. I think sometimes he needs his space. And sometimes, like in situations like that, I would say, if somebody's not responding to you, pull your energy way back and get busy doing something else. Because sometimes it's not that they don't want to talk to you, it's that they just need some me time. And I don't know what your relationship is. Like, I don't know if you're one of those people that constantly texts. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming. You might need to pull your energy back. Now, if you only talk to this person every, you know, maybe once or twice a day and they're ignoring you, I would really pull your energy way back because they just may need some space, you know, make them wonder a little bit. And I don't like playing games. I like to be very honest and tell people what I mean, and because I'm not a game player. But sometimes in order to bring balance back to the situation, you kind of have to step back a little bit. So in any situation where somebody's ignoring you, that's a sign that you should pull your energy way back and really get busy doing something else. Like, it's not the kind of thing where it's like, well, I haven't texted him. Is he texting me? I haven't texted him. Well, I didn't text him today, but where is he? Like, because the energy is still there with him. You want to disconnect from him a little bit, and then you should get a little bit more out of him. Yeah, Sepia, I don't see you ever going back to him. I don't even know that you could look at him. But I'm glad that you feel that way, because there are so many women that would just go back. And they would buy the song and the dance and they would go back. Or they would have something written up in their head and seeing something completely different. But I never got that idea from you ever. Ignacio, I am a Gemini rising. Pisces, Gemini rising, and I'm a Leo moon. But I've got 3 planets in Aquarius and 7 planets in air signs altogether. Yeah, you could do a cord cutting thing. That'll help. Yeah, a lot of times once you get past these guys that have done something so terrible, not only do you not want to go back, but you don't even find that, like you just think that they're gross. And yeah, I've been in that situation. Like I'd rather be alone forever than have to go back to that. But that's good. I think that that's good, because once you have a lot of power when you're no longer vulnerable to somebody else, especially someone who didn't treat you right. Adrienne, in general. First thing that comes up around you is the Magician, which is the ability to manifest new opportunities. Listen to your intuition. You've got the world at your feet. No longer holding yourself back. You got a Virgo coming in out of the blue. You may be deciding to go back to school or a new area of study. I know, Ignacio, we went over the planets earlier. 6 planets right now in Aquarius. And I feel like this is with the new moon, is gonna help push us forward into the age of Aquarius and things starting to change. And we're not going to say this right, I'm sure. G. Leia? So you could just type a question. Normally I answer the super chats first, and then I go back and I answer the other people, but I'm pretty well caught up now. Kiss, what can I expect coming towards me? I'm a Taurus. You're leaving regret in the past and you're moving on to a soulmate connection if you're not with anyone right now. If you are, current relationship is a soulmate connection that will be very successful. If you're not with anyone, there's someone around you right now and you just haven't taken notice of them. You're cutting through the bullshit, laying down the law. Your life is moving forward. You're leaving the past in the past. I'm not surprised, because you got Uranus sitting right on your sun right now, which is it's gonna bust you out of anything that was holding you back. Be wise. A few cards for the rest of the week. Life moves forward, slow and steady wins the race. Taurus comes in that may be of significance. You have a wish, put it out into the universe. You're no longer holding yourself back. Communication comes in from someone you've been waiting to hear from. Kiki, general for myself. No, I'm a Pisces. My mom was a Scorpio. Scorpio is intense. You've got a wish, put it out into the universe. You got a Virgo coming in. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan may make you feel some kind of relief. Could have a new romantic connection come in that brings in cause for celebration. Choices come in. Feeling balance comes in, and the ability to manifest new opportunities. Kiki, timing on when I'll feel better. Soon. It could be within the next 3 days to the next 3 weeks. It also could be early March. You may notice, well, I would say sometime March should be a much stronger time. You may start to feel better before then, but when you move into March, you may be feeling a lot better. Adriana, love. Got a soulmate connection coming in. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. Air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Got a Leo here too. You have a new beginning on the horizon and you're going to have choices. Listen to your intuition. Divine guidance is guiding you. Right place at the right time. G. Leah. I wanted to know, why did I get denied for this apartment that I desperately need? Will I receive something better? Yes, you're going to receive something better. Something else happened. Either somebody got to it before you, or somebody had more money, or there was some kind of nonsense that went on. You're going to get something better. I'm not concerned. Something else will pop up, and relatively quickly too. Maybe around the time of the new moon. Keep looking. Something's going to pop up soon. Mustafa, how does my Aunt R currently think and feel about me? She's intimidated by you. She may not ever admit that, but she thinks that you're smarter than she is. She thinks you have more power than she does. She thinks that you're younger than she is. Like, she just feels like you have more going for you than she does, and she's jealous of that. She feels powerless next to you. It's too bad for her. Oh, Leo moons. Yeah, Leo moon's exciting or excitable. I used to be much more over the top, but I've kind of learned to tone it down a little bit. Mustafa, how will my aunt think and feel if I avoid all of my family from my dad's side and also manage to specifically avoid her as well in 2021 and 22? I figured out, okay. How will my aunt think and feel? You know, it's almost like she's going to feel like she's being exposed. She's got here feeling like a disaster, feeling like she has no choice, and feeling a lot of regret, feeling like she's got a long road ahead of her. She's going to feel like you can read her thoughts, or that you have her pegged for exactly who she is, and she's going to feel like that's been exposed. Even if you don't tell anyone, and even if you never utter a word about her to anyone, she's still going to feel exposed, like you've gotten into her head. Kiki, do you think that I may have COVID? I don't think that you do, but I would go and have 2 tests done in 2 different places just to make sure. I don't think you do, though. Miss Michelle, will I conceive this year? Yes, I believe that you will. Amanda, CR's feelings for me. Thinks that you're attractive, well-balanced, down-to-earth, loving, kind, intelligent, a little bit mysterious, hardworking. You have a lot of potential, and that you're kind-hearted and compassionate. Adriana, this weekend. starting a new journey or spending time with a Virgo. You got a new journey or something spontaneous happening this week that makes you feel good. A balanced relationship. So Six of Pentacles could be feeling like you're being better compensated at work or more respected, or it could be spending time with somebody who treats you like that. Your best friend, whoever, a relative, doesn't matter who, but it should be a pretty decent weekend. You're listening to your intuition. Water sign comes in, possibly a Pisces. If not, Scorpio or Cancer. It looks like you're no longer holding yourself back. You may have a couple of different options this weekend, and you're not waiting for your ship to come in. You're moving forward. Raven, what's the next step in my spiritual journey? Next step in my spiritual journey. If you don't already, you're going to start hearing things, messages. They may not make sense. Write them all down. If you already hear them, that's going to pick up. I also think, and it's funny because somebody else had this earlier today, that you may have some kind of a premonition or something that happens around the time of the new moon. Whatever it is, write it down, put it in a notebook, because it may not make sense in the moment, you know, but it might have to see the pieces come together. Growth and transformation comes to you. It comes to you spiritually. Adriana, me and my roommate. Things improve. If you kind of got off to a rocky start, or if you kind of feel like it's a less than perfect match, it should change because you got happiness coming out over it. It does look like you guys are heading towards all 10 cups being full, and you may make the best of it. No longer holding yourself back. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders, and the world is at your feet. You guys could actually become pretty decent friends. Martha, who around me has been thinking of me and has interest in me. Okay, you got a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You have a Virgo. You also have a Libra. And you got success coming in around love. Mustafa, what will my Aunt R's actions be if I manage to avoid the entire dad's side of the family and her specifically for the next 5 years and gave no reason and left in misery? Okay. Leaving is a mystery. Let's see. It will cause an argument. She's going to argue with somebody. If she can't reach you, she may have an argument with your parents. She's not going to be happy. She's also going to feel like she's lost control. She's going to feel unprepared, and she's going to feel regretful. But there will be an argument about it. Adriana, me and David. Balance comes back to the situation. No longer waiting for your ship to come in. Things could move forward. You may feel like anxiety around the situation moves into the past. There could be a little bit of adventure that comes in around the two of you. You could have a nice connection. Things may move forward for the two of you. Mustafa, how would my parents make me feel if I was extremely stubborn and stood my ground very adamantly on my position to avoid all of my dad's family for the rest of my life and not even attend funerals? They would not be happy. Nope. There would be arguments. They would feel unsuccessful. They would feel stuck. They would feel disrespected. They would feel like you're holding yourself back, and disrespected. about Mishti? When do you see KLR possibly coming back into my life? Possibly sometime within the next 7 weeks, early spring. Eve XD. Why did GV, those were my grandmother's initials, contact me or message me? I wonder if my grandmother was trying to send me a message. Okay, why did GV contact me or message me? Here they are, reaching out of the blue. If you haven't heard from them in a while, they may be a little bit persistent. They either want to reconnect and they want things to move forward, or I don't know if they owe you an apology for something. They may feel bad about something. There's choices. It's going to be your choice as to how this goes or what direction you take this in. I don't know if this is a potential or an old love, but if it is, the romance could rekindle at some point if you allow it to. You may be over it. Let's see what happens. If it's not a romantic person, like maybe it's a girlfriend from years ago, it's the same thing though. With the Knight of Cups, I would say the love would still be there between the two of you if you decide to go back to that friendship. Miss Michelle will I conceive next month. Okay, the cards give me a 33% chance yes with the 1 ace. But you also have the cause for celebration card here. So I would say there is a good chance that you conceive next month. But let me put it this way. It would be happening sooner rather than later. So if it doesn't happen next month, the chances should increase the next month. So I would say March or April probably would be kind of like a pretty good time. A pretty promising time with these cards. Mustafa, will the argument with my Aunt R, after I avoid her, be big or small? And easy to silence, okay. No, I think it would be a big deal. I think it would be kind of a big deal. Like, she may bring other family members into it. Yeah, I think it would be a kind of a big deal, yeah. Okay, is there anybody here that I haven't answered for yet? No, I got to everyone? All right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break, and I will come back on tonight. And if anybody wants a private, feel free to email me. Yeah, okay. There's no one else. Last call. Last call, like in the bar. Back in the day, I used to always be there for last call. And in New York, bars close at 4 o'clock in the morning. Those days are so fucking over for me. You wouldn't even know. And then I went right from that to getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go teach yoga. Anyhow, life changes. I'll see you guys tonight. Thank you all. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.